Would you like to learn from those that are taking their lives, their businesses, and their passions to the next level? Best-selling author of Speakeasy and master connector Lou Diamond is here to connect you to some of the most inspiring and amazing people on this planet. Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
Welcome back, everyone, to another amazing episode of Thrive Loud with Lou Diamond, connecting you to the most inspiring and amazing people that are thriving each and every day. I'm your host, Lou Diamond, and today on Thrive Loud, we have a dynamic speaker, trauma-informed wellness coach, and pediatric occupational therapist. She helps women move beyond survival and into lasting healing. She's the author of Eat Your Feelings. She's been recognized as one of the country's emerging speakers and identified as one of the women to watch this very year of 2025. Thrive Loud listeners, I got the trauma alchemist, Cristina Simmons, here with us today. Cristina, welcome to Thrive Loud.
Hey, this is so exciting. I'm so excited to be here. You have no idea.
Well, the pleasure is truly mine and all of our listeners and viewers. Christina's got a really cool story, interesting work that she does. This is what I love to do, Cristina. I don't want to go all the way back to the womb, but if we have to, we will. I want to go back and understand how this work became your gig.
So I had a little bit of a traumatic childhood. My dad was verbally abusive, and so then came into a marriage without very many coping skills and lack of ability to communicate what I needed and what I was feeling. And my husband and I found out when we were 25 and 26 that we carried a very rare gene that made very sick babies. And we ended up losing 3 biological children, 2 girls and a boy, but we were blessed to adopt 2 girls and a boy. So I have twin, almost 22-year-olds, and our son, who was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4, just turned 17. Along the way, we had some marital problems just because of all of the trauma that we had been through. I was very anxious, depressed, and then I had a personal cancer scare. They found a tumor growing from the inside of my femur bone, and so we navigated that as well. So that's how I got here, and writing the book and trying to help other women navigate through their problems.
1, thank you for sharing, and 2, that is a lot of stuff. That's a lot of stuff. I mean, I won't even put any adjective around it. But to go through all of that is unique unto itself. The name of your book is Eat Your Feelings. Let's dive a little bit into that, because I think I know that's a thing that happens in a lot of times. People trying to swallow more than they can chew. Talk about basically how that came to be, how that was birthed.
So I mentioned our son has autism, and so he had a lot of sensory issues, especially around food with textures and that kind of thing. And so I went back to school at the age of 39 to become a pediatric occupational therapist so that we could better raise our son. But I also wanted to help other parents that were like us that couldn't find help. And so through my schooling and through helping him, I started putting the connections between the sensory system and food. And then once I started doing the inner work on myself, I realized that I was going to the pantry and standing in front of the food when I was sad, mad, scared, anxious. And depending on how I felt, there was certain foods that I was eating in order to push down those feelings, and instead of really thinking about what was going on.
Trauma. I want to hit this, that I mean, you yourself said you had trauma. I think we've all had some level of trauma all in our lives. We wouldn't have lived. We would have been in a bubble otherwise. Being able to identify it, find it. We've had tons of people on this program, talk about the inner work they needed to do and get to that point. And I'm going to ask you this question because this is the challenge, right? We all know we need to try to identify maybe what the trauma is, give a name to it, or recognize that that's how this presents itself. I guess the question is, what do we do once we've found it? Once you find what that is and you understand where the trauma is coming from your perspective or from the advice that you deal with other people, what's the method that you help them really understand how to cope, deal, and have it as something that you will technically always have for as long as you are?
That's a really good question. I think the answer is that everybody has to navigate that differently. And that's why you have to really have self awareness. You've got to be able to love yourself and be your own friend first before you can ever know what anybody else needs. And so that was part of my journey because my husband was unfaithful at one point in our marriage, and that's what really turned me inward to really look at. I wasn't upholding my end of the bargain. I didn't even love myself. How could I love him? How could I love our kids? So I had to really, I realized that I was having trouble looking myself in the eye in the mirror
Hmm.
when I was doing these type of things, like on screen. I couldn't look at myself in the eye there. And so I first had to really get to know myself and before I could move forward.
What did you find? What did you find when you found you? Like, if you were to highlight the things that you were able to summarize about yourself, I'd share that with the listeners if you could.
I realized how strong I really was. And I think that's the message that I want to give to other women is that we are so strong and capable and full of so much love and light. And I am a Christian. And so I believe that a lot of people say once they've read my book or they've heard my story, they're like, wow, I never would have guessed that you went through all of that because you're so happy. And I always say, well, that's Jesus, first of all. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be here without Jesus for sure. So
When it came to putting this book together, this is, I always say this to the content creators. You've shared a piece of yourself and you've given a gift to the world by creating this content, this book that's right behind you over your shoulder. Yet there's always this happy accident that the content creator gets in return for putting out this content. Cristina Simmons, what have you received in putting Eat Your Feelings out into the world?
just that it made me realize even more that I wasn't alone. There's a lot of other women out there who have been through similar things, and even ones that haven't been through similar things that I've had. They, like you said before, we've all been through something. And so they've resonated with my story and with how I navigated everything. And it's been truly able to help them, which I think helping others has helped me the most.
Hmm. By the way, where were you many moons ago? I needed the pediatric occupational therapist. I'm really bad sensory wise on my OT work on my fingers to this day. My kids needed it. I needed it. Still to this day, I give my mom guilt.
I think you're doing pretty good, Lou.
I'm doing okay. You haven't seen my handwriting yet. There's certain things that I'm pretty good with. As it relates to, I love content creators, people who are helping with work. Is there we're recording this in October of 2025, and we're looking forward to the end of the year next year. Well, give me some goals that Cristina Simmons is looking at as she's trying to map out what she wants to be doing next. What's the new next thing for the Trauma Alchemist?
Well, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. So that may be coming in 2026. We talked about that a little bit before. And I did start my own publishing company because I wanted to create a safe container for women to share their stories, and men. I've actually had several conversations with men that want to write their story as well, which I didn't think would happen. But especially with stories like mine that can be heavy, I want to bring in my clinical background in order to be able to help people navigate that space and not get stuck while telling their story so they can heal through it and
Yeah,
share it with the world.
love it.
Yeah. And
Keep going. I'm not cutting you off, Christina. What else is going on?
and then I'm wanting to speak more on bigger stages, so I'm working on that as well.
I love this. This has been a request from my production team. They asked me when we do these interviews, can you hit the aha moment? And this is for speakers across the globe who we've had on the show. When they give a talk or they give a message, there's always this like aha moment in the content they deliver. Does Cristina Simmons have that moment when she gives a talk? Is there maybe it's a part of what she's sharing or a specific thing that you share that always gets that head nod, that or that aha moment that really resonates with your audience?
I think the real aha moment that I could even do it was from Amberly Lago,
Hmm.
which is a mutual friend of ours. But I really had to use her belief in me before I believed in myself. And she put me on stage at her Unstoppable Success Summit back in April. And I brought her to tears. And so I thought, if I can bring one of the biggest speakers in the nation to tears, then I must need to share this message.
Mm.
And so that was, but a lot of the times it's when I talk about my loss, my kids, even when we share that our marriage wasn't perfect, that, my husband was unfaithful and we had to navigate through that. And because that's the things that people can really relate to. They don't want to see somebody perfect up there. They want to see somebody who's made mistakes and has been through things and come out the other side.
Love it. Christina, let's do the admin part of the show. Share with the listeners all the places people can find you, websites, social handles. Floor is yours.
ChristinaPSimmons.com. You can find my book on Amazon. I'm also on Walmart.com and Barnes & Noble and all those places as well. And I'm all over Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, either Cristina Simmons or Cristina P. Simmons. You can find me in any of those places.
And what is the P for, Christina?
Patrice.
Patrice.
Yeah. Or Pat Rice, as my husband calls me.
Pat Rice. I like that. Pat Rice. Oh, that's Christina with no H. Cristina SIMMONS. And a P thrown in the middle there if you're looking at social. Great stuff. Christina, are you ready to stroll down Fun Street here on Thrive Loud?
So exciting, yes.
Okay. Let's start off. I'm now titling this because everyone has always got on me that selecting it as one answer is too much. But Cristina Simmons, do you have like a Mount Rushmore of movies that resonate a lot with you? Like it could be up to 4. We'll go like that. It's like favorite movies that you love in your life.
Okay, The Notebook, which is such a chick flick.
It is.
But my all-time favorite movie is now I'm gonna forget my all-time favorite movie name. And you know what? I've gone over this so many times. I'm like, when he asked me, I can't wait to tell this. It's totally gone. It's out of my brain.
Who's in it? I might be able to help piece it together. Who's in the movie?
It's so old. It's one of the oldest movies. I'll give you some of the lines. He would say to her, "As you wish."
Oh,
Inconceivable.
yes,
They had a giant
Princess Bride. The Princess.
Princess Bride. That's it. Princess. That's my all-time favorite movie, even though I can't remember the name of it.
So, okay, Christina, I'm just going to make clear we can't say that movie's so old, even though it's like 40 some odd years old, because there are movies that are like 100 years old. So 40 ain't old. We would say if we were 40 right now, we wouldn't look at each other. We'd be like, 40's young. So,
That's
all right.
true.
But it is a classic. I will give you that one. All right. We're going to stroll down the Speakeasy Pub Crawl. We're going to stop off at all the fun places that mean a lot to Christina, all her favorite spots. Here we go. Does Christina have a song or a jam that she loves to listen to right now that's like right on her playlist in her head?
Well, my fight song by Rachel Platten.
Love it. Favorite food that is not a dessert?
That is not a dessert. Probably chicken. I'm boring.
A favorite dessert?
Oh, I love pie. Pie is my favorite thing in the world. Yeah.
What? Now let's get more specific. Is there a specific type of pie that you like more than any other?
Peach pie, but chocolate and pecan, or chocolate and pecan together.
Wow. That's a lot going on. I like that. And an activity you wish you did more of?
Painting. I just started painting.
Oh, like oil
That's
painting?
new.
Really?
Well, all watercolor or acrylic.
Gotcha. I'm really good paint by numbers. That's why that was that OT issue that I had when I was getting younger.
Yeah.
An activity you wish you did less of?
Paying bills.
We are. Okay, that's probably the most honest, truest answer imaginable. Some people give admin, some people go check emails. Paying bills, who the hell wants to do that? I'm with you on that. A new activity, one that you have recently tried, Christina, you like so much you want to tell everybody else to try.
It's again painting.
Okay.
It's just so like I I think because you have to understand, I am like a type A personality, and I'm very structured and I like rules. And so I'm trying to step out of that, and painting is so messy and unruly. And so that's why I'm trying it.
I like that. I like that what you're keep the stuff in the box, and here you are getting, going outside the lines. I like that a lot. Cristina, if I could snap my fingers and you could be anywhere in the world, where are you?
Greece. I want to go to Greece. Have you been? No.
Oh, it's on the list. All right. We got to get you there. We got to hop you on a plane. Maybe you'll get a speaking gig in there to talk about that in Greece, because that would be pretty
well cool. You were on my celebrity podcast list when I first started this journey. Amberly made me write down all the podcasts that I wanted to be on, and you were right there at the top, and then here we are.
Well, dreams are coming true, and we're going to make these things happen. Well, first of all, it is my honor to have you on, Cristina. You're really helping people out in this world. I think you've got a great story. I think this is also a great message, but maybe more importantly, I think you have a passion for helping others that is why you're here on this platform. So thank you for doing what you do, and really appreciate having you on the program.
Thank you.
You got it. To all our listeners and viewers out there, thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep moving onward and upward, and remember, be brief, be bright, be gone.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. Check us out on the web at thriveloud.com and follow us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at Thrive Loud. And check us out on the Good Pods app at Thrive Loud, where you can follow, listen, and connect directly to Lou and all of the Thrive Loud episodes. Thanks for listening.